Here we have Angie, here we have Patty on the Angie and Patty show. A little bit of vaudeville, a little old Hollywood, a couple of glamour gals. A little bit of showbiz here in Hollywood, the Patty and Angie show. She's got a little glamour, a big personality, the Angela Oldani show. A little bit of Patty, a whole lot of Angie, the Angela Oldani show. I'm Angela Oldani. That's Miss Oldani to you. Lights, camera, Angela! Why are you waving at me, Shep? I get to call you Shep. Don't laugh. God, he is so bossy. Who else could I hire but my very own mother? Allow me to introduce Miss Patty Powers. Girl singer, cheesecake model, all-around gorgeous doll. That's what you are. You're my Ed McMahon. Say it, Mother.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. She had a stroke several years ago, and she's still hanging in there and has a fan base, I might add. Patty Powers memorabilia abounds on eBay, and I keep collecting it as fast as I can grab it. Sometimes I call her Patty, and since she is my first guest on my show, The Guest List, I'm going to call you Patty, okay?
All right.
Or Mom.
Yes.
Or both. And in the 1950s, they called them girl singers. And I have some wonderful, wonderful photographs I'm going to start sharing. Obviously, this is Mom's headshot. Can we get a close-up of this? Of the gorgeous Patty Powers, the effervescent Patty Powers? Here's a picture of Mom when she was singing with the Gaylords. The Gaylords in Waikiki Beach.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that show? And many more pictures. I can pull them out little at a time. I'd like to read this one because I think it's amazing. So if we can get this one, and I could read it too. It says, Atomic Powers. A good bet for the new year is Patty Powers, who for obvious reasons came a long way from St. Louis to take a modeling job here in L.A. She won the title of Division Darling because she sings and dances and acts. She's 5'7", has 38.5 bust, 25.5 waist, and 35.5 hips, and her address is not available. So cute. She's so cute. Okay, so Mom, let's tell them a little bit about your background. And let's see, what did you do? You were a singer. You sang with Harry James.
Yeah.
You toured the Far East with the Johnny Grant. What was it called?
Johnny Grant.
Johnny Grant. Wasn't it the Hollywood Time Tour? Well, that's what you always told me it was.
I don't know.
She doesn't know. Okay. And Debbie Reynolds was her roommate. And Mom says at the time she only dated older men. She just preferred their company. She could not be bothered with the young ones. She says she did not want to raise them. Now, she dated several men, but she married one Hollywood actor. The fine character actor, Gene Evans. Now, I know we've got some photos of Gene down here. Here's a nice picture of Gene. Mom, you want to hold that up for the camera? And let's see if people out there recognize who they're having a cocktail with. She wants to take a look. She loves this. Okay, Gene was a very well-regarded actor here in the 1950s and the star of many Sam Fuller movies, including Steel Helmet, which I heard on E! Entertainment when Steven Spielberg was on once. That is his favorite war film. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. She knows it all. She met Gene on the set of a William Holden film, A Force of Arms, and Gene was playing poker and drinking shots with William Holden. And we know how he ended up. Okay, so there's the shot of Mom and Gene with the Reagans. And I researched it on the internet, and I think they probably met on the set of, and I love this title, Cattle Queen of Montana. Gotta love that title. Here's another man that Mom used to date. Dick Stabile. Dick Stabile was the band leader for Martin and Lewis.
Yeah.
before they broke up, obviously. And you can see him in the background of several of their films conducting the band. And she always, like I said, she always liked the older men, the ones that were 25 years older than she was for whatever reason. And Mother at one point had 3 men wanting to marry her. 3 at one time were all begging this woman to marry her. Me? I'm sitting home alone on Valentine's Day. Lights, camera, Angela! So she was with Harry James, and we've got a cute little Western Union telegram here. And it's the Harry James Orchestra. And she was at the Palladium in Hollywood in 55? I think it's 1955. It's dated on here. It's a nice little piece of memorabilia. Sometimes, I mean, Mother's picture was in the newspaper so frequently, sometimes they got her name wrong. And in this particular picture, they called her Yvette Duguay. So one of Patty's pseudonyms is Yvette Duguay. I'm thinking of changing my name to that. Lights, camera, Angela! Here, this is a great picture of Mom and Gene on their wedding day. And this is the very wonderful character actor, Jack Elam, who was Gene's best man. Yeah. And here's a picture of Gene later in life when he was looking like a cowboy. I guess he played one for so many years he eventually became one. And she loves Gene. I love this photo of Mom. And here she is once again. This is like the same shot as we've seen of Marilyn out there entertaining the troops in Korea. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And you were on a film with Marilyn. What film was that? I don't know. Patty, was it Clash by Night?
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. She was in a Marilyn movie. You can see her dancing in that movie. Oh, yes, all of these shots of my mother were taken by George Bernard of Hollywood. Like this gorgeous one, and that's his little signature down here in the corner. And I'm thinking about putting together kind of a tribute book of her pictures because she's got so many wonderful pictures. For example, this picture, which my aunt used to say was the work of the devil. This is Patty with her maracas. She knew how to work those maracas. Yet another glamorous George Bernard shot.
Yes.
A haughty yet elegant headshot. And here she is when she was voted Miss Bell Ringer. Here's a nice picture of Mom. She's a leggy model. And here she is in Liberace's car. I like that one. You like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Oh, here's a cute one. This is Mom with Debbie Reynolds. I told you they were roommates. And even when I was a little kid, we still used to get a Christmas card. Yeah. Remember, from Debbie and that bad Harry Carl, that husband that took all her money?
Yes.
Remember those Christmas cards
yes.
with little Carrie and Todd in them? Okay. But anyway, here, you want that? I thank you all for joining us today, and tune in next time to the guest list when it won't just be me showing you pictures of my mother and myself. I might actually have other guests on. I'll have Mother on as well because she's my Ed McMahon. Here's Johnny. And she's my sidekick, and she's my partner in crime. And I thank you for joining us, and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Here we have Angie, here we have Patty on the Angie and Patty show. A little bit of vaudeville, a little old Hollywood, a couple of glamour gals. A little bit of showbiz here in Hollywood, the Patty and Angie show. She's got a little glamour, a big personality, the Angela Oldani show. A little bit of Patty, a whole lot of Angie, the Angela Oldani show. Da 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 da.